For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website www.games4all.podcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out hostgator.com.
Hello and welcome to the Games4all podcast, episode 87. I'm your host James Craigie, and I'm joined by the so small she fits in my pocket,
Michelle Barry. Thanks for that, I think.
That's alright. It's just sweet. It's cute. Tiny hands.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're back again.
Sadly,
we've been trawling through the news and rumours to bring you what's hot and what's
not
there to fill the void. So we'll start off as always with what we've been playing. Michelle?
I haven't played any new games because obviously last week I was talking about Final Fantasy XIII 2.
Yep.
And my personal challenge before I can play on it, because I know it's coming in about just over a week.
Yep.
I'm trying to finish Final Fantasy XIII.
Okay.
So that's all I've been playing. Literally, I think there's like 13 chapters, and I'm only on chapter 5.
Oh well, you're getting there.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
A few hours over the weekend, and all that, you'll be all right. Any more thoughts on the game, or?
Oh, I love Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Dan's probably going, oh god,
Well,
because I don't think he likes it so much. But
I think a lot of people are going, oh god, because it did get a fairly bad rep. But you know, for all its flaws, it does have some redeeming features.
To be honest, and I was having this discussion with you before we started recording, is that, you know, I've got Final Fantasy XIII, I've got The Last Remnant, and, you know, there's a few other in the cabinet, and to be honest, out of all of them, I don't think there's anything that can really compare to Final Fantasy.
No.
And overall, it's just, you know, I'm going to be one of those people now, and I hate saying it. You get those people who goes, oh, you know, it looks really nice. You know, it's a really nice looking game. And here's me saying, well, it is a really nice looking game, and I like it. And, you know, people are going to say there's flaws, but at the end of the day, you know, when I'm playing the game, the actual gameplay, I enjoy it. It's good. I'm into it, and then, you know, I'll be playing it, and, you know, I'll be on it for about 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll be like, oh, fuck, I really should be doing something else right now, like getting some other stuff done. But it's one of those games, if I could, I'd probably spend all day doing it, but, you know, I just know I don't have the time, and it's really good, though. It's not one of those games that you get into, like, half an hour in, and you're just like, oh, fuck, I'll play something else. Really can't be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's difficult. I like the fact of the range of characters, you know, the battle systems, it's just good. I love it. I've got nothing bad to say about it.
That's fair enough. I personally think it got sort of dragged down a bit
too
harshly.
But I've heard, you know, about it. But, you know, everyone's different.
You know, it is what it is, and I think most of the fans' complaints were it wasn't what they wanted.
Yeah, and, you know, I think, you know, people are entitled to their own opinion. You know, there was a lot of, you know, this is about a different game now, but there was a lot of bad rep about, you know, Mirror's Edge, and I loved it to pieces, no matter how short it was. But it may be a short game, but it was different, you know, and I liked playing it. You know, if you're into the gameplay and you like it, then I haven't got any queries with it. No. So, yeah, I'm a Final Fantasy fan through and through.
Good. You won't play any of the old ones, though. I've got them on the PlayStation.
Yeah, well, at the minute, Final Fantasy XIII, I want to get that done.
Yeah.
Focus.
I know the feeling.
I can't stand starting. I think that's my only problem, is I know you can do it, but I can't play, like, multiple games, like loads of different games, and, you know, get started on one and then another and then come back to this and that. I prefer to just stick to one game. I can't do it. I hate it, because it gets to the point where, like, I think, because I used to do it when I first started playing Final Fantasy before I cocked it up, is that I used to play other games, and then you go back to it and you're like, oh fuck, I can't remember what I was doing or what is happening, and then I think it just kind of overwhelms me a bit, and I'm just like, no, I'll just stick to one game, finish it, and then go on to another one.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm gonna play it. You know, that's how I'm gonna be.
Good. Oh, it's a good way to be, sort of focused. I mean, I myself have been solidly focused on Mass Effect 2.
Oh God!
But I'm not going to talk
Somebody
about
help
it.
me.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Good.
What I am going to talk about is dusting off the Wii. Quite literally, taking it out of its carry case, a plastic bag, blowing the dust off it, plugging it in.
Yes, because I think the last time you played on this Wii, you had some bad memories.
Yeah, it was Halloween last year. And I hadn't played on it for like 6 months before then, so...
So...
Yeah, but no. Dusted it off and started playing the latest Legend of Zelda, Skyward Sword. It's been getting some rave reviews. Well, it got some rave reviews.
Can you see my face? I'm not bothered one bit.
Yeah, but, you know, you're part of the podcast, so you've got to listen.
I'm going to listen.
What can I say?
Thing,
I have a problem.
Can I just say, the only thing that amuses me about Zelda, or I'll say Zelda, the promotion of Zelda, Robin Williams. Sorry, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Naming his daughter Zelda, that is genius.
You have a lot to learn, young one.
Yeah. But, you know, I think he's got a thing there. I think it was a chat show host over here in the UK called Graham Norton who had him on and was talking to him about it, said...
His son Zachary said, what about Zelda? That's a pretty good name.
Yeah. But, you know, it opens up to all sorts of things. I mean, I think if we have a kid, we're going to have to call him
No.
Or Archers.
No.
No?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Just no.
But anyway.
No.
Skyward Sword.
No.
Yeah. I kind of have a problem with Wii games in the fact that they're kind of on the Wii.
It's just the Wii.
Just the Wii. You know, it's... I play games. I'm kind of used to high definition now. I'm sort of a HD snob. I like all my games to look really nice. I like all the definition. I like all the detail and everything. And the Wii really can't do that because it is last gen technology. It's basically just a GameCube with motion controls. Having said that, Skyward Sword really impressed me. Really impressed me. I can't imagine it on any other console. I mean, probably you could do it on the PlayStation with the Move and everything, but it wouldn't work on the Kinect because it's so integrated with the Wiimote and Nunchuck. Graphically, you know, it's not going to look amazing. It's not detailed to the point because you make it too detailed, it comes up blurry. But they've made it simple and stylish so that it works to the strengths. They know exactly what the Wii can do, so they cater for it. It doesn't suffer for being on the Wii. No. It just utilises it to the best thing. Yeah. Really nice looking game. What can I say about it? It's pretty much standard Zelda fare. You start off, get a sword, meet the princess, get an epic quest, and have to do stuff.
I think, you know, I've said this before, and with the Wii, there's just, you have so, you know, there's only certain things that link me straight to the Wii. And that would be Zelda and Mario. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think the only time I've actually used the Wii, and I haven't used it for any of those games, and it was the only thing I used was Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort.
Yeah.
That's it.
Speaking of which, I'll talk about with this game. One of my mates has just been playing Twilight Princess a lot, and that was kind of like, that was the last one. It was originally developed on GameCube and then ported over to Wii. And, you know, fair enough, they got the Wii controls, it felt very intuitive, really good.
Yeah.
But the sword fighting was rather basic. What they've done with this one is the sword fighting is more like sort of Wii Sports Resort with the fencing and everything. It's like the direction of the Wiimote controls where you slash.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I saw you playing it the other day, and you were showing me the controls of it, and it looked good, but at the same time, to me it wasn't. Because normally, if you're gonna slice down with the Wiimote, you'd expect to do it. There seemed to be some sort of like lag. You did it, and then you know the character did it. So it was kind of like slice, then slice. So it was just.
It is that you do sort of compensate for that. The more you play it, the more you kind of get used to it. But I think there's an element of how I hold the Wiimote as well. It doesn't really register very well, and you know I have to sit in funny positions.
Yeah, because you are a tall bugger.
Yeah, so There is that, but it works really well. I'm really impressed with the controls. It's really easy to pick up and play, and it just seems to work.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can't imagine another system it working on. Looks amazing. Flying is the new thing.
I saw that the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, every Zelda game sort of has a kind of what makes it different. Like Ocarina was the playing the music, and then you get Majora's Mask, which was the masks, and then Wind Walker, which was on the boats and everything. This you get flying. Basically, you're on an island floating in the sky.
Yeah.
Big sort of blanket of cloud beneath you. You fly around on your bird, and you have to dive through the clouds and whatever. But flying with the Wiimote it just feels so natural. You waggle it up and down, and it flaps, and you point it up, and you point down, and you dive and pull up, and it's really good. And I can actually see myself once I've finished playing other certain games and other commitments in gaming.
Yeah.
I will actually be going back to this, and I will actually sit down and play through this game.
Yeah.
On the Wii, which this is kind of like the only game where I thought, you know what, I am going to sit down and finish it.
Yeah.
So, kudos. It's probably the best Wii game that there's ever going to be now.
That's your opinion.
No, I think that's the general consensus. It's probably.
Well, I'm going to be the weirdo and just say, nyeh.
Well, you reckon there'll be more decent Wii games coming out?
Yes.
When?
I don't know when, but it's got to be a hell of a lot better than.
No, because the Wii U's coming. This is kind of it for the Wii now.
I don't think there's no, just no.
The one thing I know that you hate about Zelda games is the lack of voice acting.
No, it's not just that. I think I did mention it to you the other night. Is that I think you have a story to it, and it's nice to see. And I don't want to compare it to Final Fantasy and everything, but you have a storyline, cutscenes where they're actually. You can hear them talk and you can get a feel for it, but I just don't like you're playing a game and you sit there and it's just a whole bunch of reading a conversation across the screen.
Yeah, for me.
But I know that's how Zelda's always been.
Yeah.
Fair enough, and that's how it's I don't expect it to change, but I don't like it.
You sort of put your own voices. It gives you hints of their voices. They do little mumbles and little things, and you kind of put the voice onto it.
To me, that just makes it worse.
No, you see, I could not disagree with you more. I actually really like it. It's the difference between games becoming interactive movies, a la 13, versus kind of like interactive stories, books and stuff, a la what I kind of like. I'm not saying all games should give up voice acting.
I'm not, it's... At the end of the day, my personal opinion, I just don't like it. I know you're pretty much a bookworm, to be honest. You could happily read lots and lots and lots, but I'm the complete opposite. I'll happily just watch something on the TV rather than sit down and read a book.
Contention. And on that note, I think we should finish it there.
Yes.
Come back to us in part 2, where we'll be talking about this week's news and rumours. Welcome back to part 2 of the Games4all podcast. We're going to talk about this week's news. Michelle, the headlines, if you please.
The first headline is Resident Evil 6 has been announced.
Yes, that's probably the biggest news of the week. There was a lot of sort of viral marketing and stuff around it, and then a trailer was released, giving a release date of 20th November this year.
Yeah.
Which, that's probably stateside, I imagine. It'll probably be sort of slightly after then.
Yeah. You showed me the trailer for this.
Yeah.
And I think someone else had said it, and because I said it, how many more Resident Evils are there going to be?
Oh, it's going to keep going. Like I said...
it's so fucking boring.
Regular listeners of the show...
Boring! Sorry, carry on.
Regular listeners of the show will know that I have a sort of love-hate relationship with the website IGN. They had a really good sort of comparison on there saying, is Resident Evil the Fast and Furious of games?
That's good.
Yeah, they kind of keep churning them out, keep getting more sort of convoluted and all this. And to be honest, I stopped playing after 4 because it gave me the willies and I didn't like it. But
I got bored after the second one.
The second one was good. No, the third one was awesome. But anyway, that's not the point. This is number 6, and it looks like they're kind of going back to their roots. It from what we saw of the trailer, there's a zombie infestation in a new city.
Oh, really? Didn't think so.
Well, there haven't been proper zombies in the last couple of games. 4 was all sort of crazy mad villagers, and 5 was all kind of mutants in Africa. This is...
It's all roughly the same.
Yeah, but we've got to talk about it, because it's
Yeah,
the biggest
I know.
news.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Great.
what I liked about it is it kind of showed different campaigns, like the different stories. I mean, they showed parts of Leon Kennedy will be returning, and Chris. Mm-hmm. And from what we know of it, there'll be like separate campaigns that you can play through. And it looks like they have slightly different styles. Leon looks more like the traditional sort of Resident Evil, going around hunting zombies in the dark, whereas Chris sort of seems more Gears of War-y.
Yeah.
There was a lot of action happening there. And they also introduced a mysterious third character.
Okay.
Who's sort of a mercenary. And to be honest, he reminds me a bit of Alice from the movie series, Mila Jovovich. Because he seems to have sort of physical abilities beyond the ken of normal human understanding, and he seems to have some sort of connection with the virus. I mean, we see him injecting, and he mentions that the most important thing about him is his blood, so we don't know where that's going. Overall, I think it looks alright. It looks slightly different. I like the fact that they're sort of going back to the more traditional zombies. But obviously a lot of people are really excited about this.
Yeah.
I know Dan wasn't too fussed with the 5th one.
To be honest,
I didn't play it really. I played the demo, but
yeah,
you know, like I said, number 4 really kind of spoilt it for me by turning it into a scary game.
The thing is, though, you know, when these games came out, I think 1, fine, 2, okay, 3, you know, to be expected, to be honest, and then 4, 5, 6, and then you're like, okay, I'm not even going to bother buying these games. It's going to have the same premise anyway, so.
I think the surprising thing is 4 was actually, I think, probably the most popular and the favourite of a lot of people.
Yeah, that is surprising, to be honest, because
But
you know it's like, you know, there's, you know, I think you can only make so much or do so much, and you start losing it after 3 games, and then, you know, and they've done double that. So
not to mention all like the spin-offs and everything.
Yeah,
I think there've been countless Resident Evil games.
To be honest, you know, fair enough. Resident Evil 6, you know, whatever. It's just, you know, I think, you know, it's, you know, I'm not trying to diss every game, and I think that's all I've done.
You do.
That's all I feel like I've done tonight, because, you know, it's just too much. It's, you know, spin-offs. You have the, you know, the 6 games, and they're just, you know, I think it's got to a point now where they're like, we need to make money.
Well, yeah, there is an element of that, because people will buy it. People want to play Resident Evil.
You know, they are going to buy it. You're going to get these people that are.
And for some explicable reason, they keep going to see the films, because they keep making more of those as well.
Yeah, you know, I think I watched the first 2. I haven't even watched the next one, or yeah, let's just leave it at that. But yeah, I mean, you're going to get these people that are going to love Resident Evil and buy all of them, you know. But I just think that's enough. I think that should be enough.
Well, another thing that's been rumoured with this game is, obviously 6 being the magic number, is 6-player co-op.
Okay.
8-player multiplayer, I think, but no, 6-player co-op. You know, which is cool, because we've seen a lot of 4-player co-op games now with like Gears and various other titles, so, you know, it'd be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
This sort of thing, maybe I might get back into the Resident Evil series, because it looked more sort of action-packed and less sort of scary.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, or at least elements of it. So, you know what, I'm kind of hopeful for this, actually. I know it's going to do well, I know people are going to like it, and I don't disagree with you at all. There have been a lot of them.
I know.
The important thing is they keep it fresh.
Yeah, and, you know, at the end of the day, it is, you know, probably still making enough money and selling quite a bit, you know, so, you know, good on them. But I mean,
it spanned like 3 generations now, all the way from like the original PlayStation, Saturn, through to PS2 and PS3, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, then, you know, I've got nothing more to say on the matter.
All it's missing is a Vin Diesel cameo.
that, you know, Yeah.
Anyway, on with the news.
The news, okay, the next headline is Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City rated for PS3.
Now, a lot of people have been waiting for this. I was going to say rating this, but
Rating
really it's
this.
only the ESRB have rated this. But no, it was like the anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 3, and they released a HD version on like mobile devices and all that. And Dan showed me Grand Theft Auto 3, and he said, "Oh, it controls really, really weird." The fact that they've now rated it for PS3 is a pretty big sign that it's probably going to come out downloadable. I loved Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City. To me, they are kind of the epitome of what I remember of Grand Theft Auto. I like Grand Theft Auto 4. Don't get me wrong. I don't want people complaining and saying, "Oh, it was a brilliant game, Yeah, it was a brilliant game, but I could never get into it. I like the story and everything, but something about it just didn't grab me by the balls and say hello."
Your choice of words, but you know.
I don't know where that came from. Hello. No. But yeah, it's been rated mature. Really excited. Yeah.
After that comment.
No, the games have been, and you know what? I might actually see about picking these up because
Didn't think this would be your kind of game.
I like the originals. Don't get me wrong, I love the originals. It's a chance for me to be kind of as mean and vile as I am on the inside.
Okay.
Especially Vice City. I think Vice City is probably my favourite one of the whole series so far. But, you know, so looking forward to that. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, so the next, it's a question.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready? Is Infinity Ward prepping for next gen?
Yes, this is sort of a rumour thing. They posted a job advertisement online for an engineer interested in games, interested in working with next generation technologies. Now, you know, we're current gen. I think we're kind of past the whole next gen thing. We are current gen. So there's all this wondering, well, are Infinity Ward now working on the Xbox 720 PS4 iteration of Call of Duty? Because a little while ago, Sledgehammer, who worked with Infinity Ward to bring us Modern Warfare 3, they advertised a job working for a Call of Duty game. So it could be a chance. Are they working with Infinity Ward again, or are they doing another one? And Activision recently purchased the domain for Black Ops 2, which is a sure sign that Treyarch are going to be bringing that out probably end of this year. So a lot of speculation is Treyarch probably bringing one out this year, maybe Sledgehammer bringing one out next year, and maybe the year after that Infinity Ward might be bringing us the first next gen, air quotes, Call of Duty.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes,
We'll
but
see how it
it's
goes.
interesting. But leading on from that,
Okay, is the Xbox 720 chipset in production?
yes, according to reports, apparently it's been in production since last month, not due to go on like full-scale production until the end of this year, but it kind of throws doubts on the fact that it'll be unveiled at E3 this year and then released holiday this year. It kind of points to the fact that, yeah, it's probably looking 2013 release. But they've even brought out kind of like all the blurb for it, like what the chipset is, how powerful it is. Apparently it's 6 times more powerful. I won't go through all the details because I haven't written them down. But, you know, it's interesting stuff, and, you know, if half of it is true, I'm kind of looking forward to the 720, even though I can't afford it.
Probably not.
But we'll see, you know. 2013 is still a ways away. I can save up.
You can try.
I can try.
Yes. Okay, so the next rumour, are Microsoft points being phased out?
Yes, this is another report, another rumour, because Microsoft have been sort of making agreements, publishing agreements with mobile developers and all that, because obviously they're wanting to spread sort of Xbox Live to phones and computers and all kinds of devices. But because of this, a lot of people are having real problems with the Microsoft points, and who can blame them? Because we've been having problems with the Microsoft points. The one thing, it's the most annoying thing, is you get them in increments of like 500 points, 1,000 points, 2,000 points, whatever. no content that you buy is exactly any of that.
Yeah.
You always end up having to buy a couple, not enough, or overbuying. And then you have all these points left over, so you're wasting money having points. I mean, I've still got points sat on there. It's like 160 points. I could buy some bits and bobs, but I can't buy anything serious, no proper DLC. What do I do with them? So apparently the rumour is, by the end of this year, they'll be phasing that out. Any outstanding balance you have will be converted to your local currency, and all DLC and everything will be going to standardised pricing, where you just pay what the price is, and that's that. Which I think is a lot better, and if it is true, I know a lot of people will be sort of clapping and cheering and saying, yay, finally a proper marketplace thing.
Because, I mean, I used to get quite confused with it when I first started out on, and to be honest, I haven't really done anything with it. You know, you're the one that mainly...
Yeah, I spent all your points.
Yeah, you do. But, you know...
I'll buy you nice things then. Like little avatar dogs and t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, anyway. But... yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, you know, all hopeful. A lot of good stuff this week.
Yes.
But that's pretty much
and nothing to do with Mass Effect.
No, I've been trying to stay clear. Even though I do have one big gripe.
You've got your patch on your arm, haven't you?
Yeah, but no, I have one big gripe. Could we throw another story in? No.
No, don't do it. Save it for next week. Just
I'll put it on the Facebook page, facebook.com/Games4all.
Okay.
Join us in part 3, where we'll be talking about the UK sales chart and this week's new release. Welcome back to part 3 of the Games4all podcast. Michelle, UK sales chart, run down the numbers.
Okie dokie. Okay. So let's just get one thing straight before I start.
We know what's in there.
Yeah, we know what's
in
there. Yeah, no, I know what's in there. But just to warn everybody, it's probably going to be in there for the next few weeks.
Yeah, you know, if you keep drawing attention to it...
Yeah, okay, but I'm just warning everybody because they might want to, you know, turn the volume down or, you know...
No, I don't think people care that much. Just stop feeding the trolls and just do the chart. Don't stare at me like that. That's kind of scary. Okay, I'm going to move away now.
Oh, you're a dickhead. At number 10, it's Rage. At number 9, it's Rayman Origins. At number 8, it's Zumba Fitness 2. At number 7, it's Saints Row the Third. At number 6, it's Zumba Fitness. At number 5, it's Battlefield 3. At number 4, it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. At number 3, it's Just Dance 3. And at number 2, it's The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And at number 1, it's FIFA 12.
Well, there's no surprise there at the number 1. Not surprising, a couple of little shifts here and there. Nice to see Saints Row the Third back up. And that's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yep.
We don't like Zumba.
No.
But at least Zumba 2's gone down a bit.
Not impressed. This is my not impressed face.
Everyone sat at home does not want to be sat where I am.
If looks could kill.
If looks could kill,
he'll be on the floor right now.
It'd be Hiroshima all over again.
Depressing.
On a lighter note, this week...
Oh, really? Really? On a lighter note?
Resident Evil Revelations is out on 3D. You know.
Fucking hell.
Well, you don't have...
I mean, woohoo, Resident Evil! I mean, yeah! No.
I have to say, for 3DS handheld game, this does actually look quite nice. But I don't
Resident Evil.
I don't have a 3DS, so...
It's Resident Evil.
It doesn't matter. Resident Evil's cool.
It's Resident Evil.
Resident Evil's cool. It's the daddy of all zombie games. Who's the daddy?
Fuck off. Yeah, okay.
Well, that's pretty much it for the show. I'd like to take a minute to talk about our good friends at the Underground Geek Network.
Yes.
Not sure if they've done any shows this year, but they will be coming back for a second season sometime soon. In the meantime, why don't you look through their back catalogue of episodes at undergroundgeeknetwork.com.
Or you could check them out on Twitter.
At twitter.com/ugeeknetwork. The U is a letter.
Yes.
Much like for us, the 4 is a number in www.games4allpodcast.com.
And you can also check us out on Twitter at Games4all.
Yep, that is indeed. If you want to email us with comments, critiques, or drawing attention
just
to
give
anything you might have
James,
missed.
giving James a battering comments, anything.
You know, I'm used to it. I'm a big boy. I can take it. That's podcast@Games4all podcast.com. We're also on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Games4all podcast. That's it, folks.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed the episode. We will be back next week, bringing you all the best news, in my opinion. Enjoy.
Yes. Goodbye.
For more episodes of the Games4all podcast, check out our website www.Games4allpodcast.com.
You can also follow us at twitter.com/Games4all, or check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Games4all podcast.
The Games4all podcast is brought to you in association with HostGator. For all your web host needs, check out HostGator.com.